Okay, I just know the question even though I can't find it. I'll just pretend to read it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Cool. How are we doing?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2025 and I'm feeling alive.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's 2025 already.
Wow. You know, it's crazy what happened in the last 2 weeks of 2024.
Yeah,
right?
that was
It
nuts.
the thing that you did with that cantaloupe.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my god.
And I didn't want to do it,
No.
but you guys kept going, do it.
Yeah.
Do
I can't believe
it.
you actually did it.
Yeah. I didn't think she was gonna do it.
I trust my girls.
Yeah. I didn't expect you to succumb to the peer pressure, though. I didn't know that's who you were.
That's who I was in the last 2 weeks of
Of
2024.
course, yeah.
But in the first week of 2025, I'm a different woman.
You are
That makes
such
sense.
a different
That is
woman.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
And are you still doing that thing that you were doing?
Amy? Amy is...
Yes, and.
Yeah. Well, you were, but then you stopped because you got that rash.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but I got that cream, so
Yeah,
it sorted
exactly.
it. Okay, just now I got to the point where this is not true.
Amy doesn't have a rash.
So when it impacts you, it's not true.
But when Nikki's effing a cantaloupe...
That's what she was doing. I didn't hear that
that's
bit.
what she was doing.
Wow, that's disgusting.
It was disgusting.
Some call it disgusting, some call it art.
But she was doing it like lesbian style, so she was just sort of like rubbing against it.
Nice.
I don't know what I was doing with the
I do.
privacy of
I was
my own
there.
time. Oh, okay.
I can't believe you don't remember that I was in the corner.
I was wasted.
and I was very quiet.
yeah.
It's very quiet. Watching you. It was nice.
It was nice.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the first time we've been, the three of us, together since in like a month and a half or 2 months.
So for my riffing,
My throat is so dry.
for my riffing, or the riffing that we were all just doing, I was gonna say, did you get a fake tan? And then I was like, oh no, you were just in Mexico.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen you.
I haven't seen you since Mexico.
Yeah. No, I didn't get a fake tan.
No,
This
you
is
just-
a real tan.
yeah.
This is how I should look like all the
Yeah,
time.
you're glowing.
Yeah.
Oh,
May I say,
glowing.
Thank
like
you.
truly
Oh,
glowing.
wow. It's because I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my
Did you get
God.
pregnant in Mexico?
I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant.
I
This
am.
is how I tell you.
Honestly,
That would
for
be
like
on
a
the pod?
Yeah.
split second, I was like, no, but I have not had the best reactions to people giving me that news in the
You don't
past.
want her to be
So I
pregnant?
was like, Amy, hold your
Wait, why don't you want her to be pregnant?
I don't want any of my friends to have babies.
Yeah, that means
Right
guys
now.
you guys would lose me as a friend.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't.
Like,
Dude,
in
you
the
would
capacity that we have you now.
But no, I think Nikki would be one of those cool people who like
Yeah, she could be
abandons their
cool and
child to
stiff.
have a life.
She could be cool and stuff, but it does shift in that
Well,
dynamic.
yeah,
It
there's
changes
like a
stuff.
child.
exactly.
But Tom would look after it, and then you go do shows.
I guess maybe. I don't want to
You don't want to. You don't have to.
get it out.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, this is the color I should be.
Yeah.
And it makes me realize I need to go somewhere warm every year.
I agree.
During the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just hate, like, I feel ugly when I'm not
I
at
mean, you're
least
not.
a little bit tanned.
You're not, but you do look glowing right now.
Thank
you.
Like
Yeah,
I won't do that thing that I think women do, where we just like hype each other up ceaselessly. You know, and I will tell
What?
you that I do think that you look better
What
your
does-
natural color.
Wait, what?
Like I won't just be like, yeah, you look perfect either way.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. I was like, I think we should be more hyping each other up, not cease. There shouldn't be a ceasing to
No,
it.
but you know what I mean.
Desist.
No.
Like
Now
I
I
feel
get
like,
what you
like
mean.
I feel
I
like,
didn't
like,
initially.
like in the media, it's just like, no, you're perfect.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but no,
yeah.
I think you look like you look your perfect form right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when you lose it, you look like shit.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You also look great when you lose it, but this is like,
Yeah. This is
Peak.
where I should be.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think so.
I also, when I was in Mexico, everyone thought that I was like coming back home and I brought my like white boyfriend.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Everyone thought you're Mexican?
Everybody thought I was Mexican.
That's so funny.
The way, like, people would approach me and start, like, I know a little bit just to like start a conversation.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Can I hear it?
No, I'm a little bit shy right now.
Oh, okay. Really?
I don't know why I looked into camera.
I'm actually a little bit
I'm a
shy
little
right
shy.
now.
Camera.
And then people would go into like a full, like they would just be like, "How are you doing?" And I like don't know how to fully
¿Cómo
answer
estás?
that. Yeah, and so I'd just be like, "I'm not Spanish."
That happened to me once I got good at ordering pistachio croissants, and then they would
Go ahead.
Dos pistachio croissants, por favor.
Nice.
And then they'd be like, "Sí," and then they'd say the thing of like either anything else or do you need a bag? And I just stand there and go, And they go, do you need a bag? And I'm like, no, por favor.
No, por favor.
Gracias, adios. Yeah, I'm addicted to Duolingo now.
Pistachio croissants is just pistachio croissant.
No, it was not. But I think because I put on an accent, they were like, oh,
They're
it is pistachio. It's just like pistachio, but with a Spanish accent.
Pistachio.
And then croissants. Yeah,
Croissant.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm thinking about it
Don't
now.
talk about it.
Sorry, yeah, so good. Anyway, so that happened to me a couple of times, and then I was like, but a lot of the times people would just like see me and start speaking English, and I was like, yeah, fair enough.
Well, I guess in Europe too, like people in different countries there speak several languages. I feel like it's not like Canada where people here are just like, I speak English and I kind of speak French.
Yeah.
Like European people have more languages under
So
their
true.
belt.
Yeah,
So true.
mainland Europe, Ireland and the UK are very much like English, and then
Yes, yeah.
sometimes Irish, and then
Yes.
that's about it.
I forgot that the UK was a part of Europe. Oh wait, no, they're not.
They are Europe, but not the EU. They're still part of the continent.
Oh right, but I always forget that because they're so the antithesis
I
of
know.
Europe.
Yeah, truly. Like I feel like
vibe-wise.
all of us, like are the two islands are like. I don't think of us as. I feel like I've talked about this before. About
Have you?
I don't think about Irish people. I don't think of myself as European, because they're all like cool and sexy,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
like,
Are they cool and sexy?
yeah.
Actually, I shouldn't start listing countries that I don't think are cool and sexy.
I mean, Finland.
Yeah.
I don't have any opinions on Finland.
I don't
My-
have many. They're just cold and boring.
My friend Jonathan.
I would imagine it's quite beautiful.
I
think
mean, the
it's-
people.
I would imagine they're quite beautiful.
No,
they're
they
not.
are beautiful.
Apparently, they're not. My friend Jonathan's
What?
Finnish. Yeah, my friend Jonathan is Finnish, and we were hanging out over the summer. He came to visit, and he was like, I really want you to download Grindr and set yourself to Finland so you can just see what I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Really?
He was like, all of the men there are just like amorphous blobs. But
Oh.
he's so hot, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Interesting. See, when I think of Europe, in fairness, I actually just think of like Spain,
Yeah.
Italy, France,
Yeah.
and Portugal, like those kind of.
But
and
Even
then-
there's
France,
Eastern
though.
Europe.
There's like gross people.
yeah,
And Eastern Europe.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see, I don't really think about.
Yeah. Eastern Europe doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Although, my friend is from Lithuania, and she is the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life. And like
oh yeah,
all the Lithuanians I've met have been so stunning.
Well, I mean, it's almost as if race isn't determinant of whether or not you're attractive.
Actually, to me, it is.
Okay, anyways, you're racist.
I am. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
get
We
into
knew that
it.
already, though. Yeah. But let's deep dive.
yeah.
That's our new segment.
Do that accent you were doing the other day.
Yeah. Oh no, God! I was about to. Guess what accent I was about to do?
Oh gosh.
Don't guess. I wasn't. Yeah, it was Indian.
Yeah,
I was
I feel like
Indian.
that's white people's go-to.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. It was
Indian.
Indian.
Oh,
yeah. But I
jeez.
didn't do it, so I'm not racist.
It's funny when sometimes when people try to do Irish accents, they sound Indian.
Really?
It's crazy.
That's
it's happened
funny.
so many times.
That's
and
so weird.
I know.
Why?
I really.
They don't sound
Oh.
similar in the slightest.
I don't know why. Like it has happened like from people from
That's so
all over the
interesting.
world.
Do you
I'm like,
think it's because that's the accent that people mostly do? Like it's the one they mostly
Yeah.
imitate.
Yeah.
And so when they're like, okay, I'll try an Irish one. Let's get that one going. And then it just like goes back to what they're comfortable with, which is an Indian accent.
that could be it.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I remember my cousin was doing it when she was like maybe 9 or 10, and I was like, "You gotta stop!"
What?
Like she was trying to do Irish, but it was, and she's American.
Oh, I thought
And
she was
then
doing
she was
Indian.
doing, and I was like, "That's not Irish." And then she just kept doing it, and I was like, "You gotta stop."
That's very funny. That's very funny.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But happens. So
Irish
many
accents
times.
are really hard.
They are really,
I
really
was
hard.
telling Amy, have you watched the new season of Only Murders in the Building?
No.
I know this is the only show we talk about on this podcast.
I've watched no seasons of that show. I've watched not a single episode.
What?
Yeah.
I thought we all talked about it. We all talked about how great of a show it was.
No, you guys did. And I said, I've
But-
not seen that.
But you knew the actors that were.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
I know
movie.
the actors.
And I was confused.
Yeah,
'cause
Martin Short and Meryl Streep, and now they're dating and in love.
Oh, but
I thought you watched it as well.
Yeah.
No, I just know pop culture.
Oh.
Like, I'm just aware of what's going on, but I don't engage in it.
Because I got confused because I thought I had watched that series.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
season and
I
didn't.
remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
No, all that to say, Paul Rudd is doing an Irish accent in the newest season, and I can't
That's
tell
so
if
funny.
it's good or not.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
need an Irish.
I'll watch
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Because I was just telling her he's really good friends with Aisling B.
Yeah, because they
And-
did that show.
That show. Yeah, I
Oh,
never
what's it
actually
called?
finished
Really
that
good.
show.
Did you watch it?
I watched the first like 4 episodes.
I really
I
liked
never
it.
finished it actually.
The one where like he
It's
Yeah.
becomes a better version of
Yeah.
himself, and
Yeah.
then he's like too sweet, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, you're like a wet napkin
Yeah,
now."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a slog.
It is. It wasn't
But I
my
liked
favorite
it.
thing, but I liked watching them.
Yeah.
Because I like both of
Exactly.
them. But then
It's a
his,
cool concept.
it is. It is. And then his dad is I think he's dead actually, but
He's
was an amateur Titanic historian.
Yeah, he was.
And he's like obsessed with it. He has like an Irish
Yeah.
pub in his house. So I'll be interested to hear. And he's in Ireland right now, actually.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
Oh,
filming
that's
something.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm interested to hear if he has a good accent. Please
Yeah.
report back.
There's
I'll let you
something
know.
in my eye. I got it out.
Was it an eyelash?
It was a full hair.
Oh wow!
It was really.
Was it
intense.
yours?
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Pretty rotten if it wasn't.
Yeah.
One time I rode the bullet train in Japan from I think Tokyo to Osaka, and the entire time I just listened to Paul Rudd, like episodes of podcasts with Paul Rudd as the guest. So I know so much about him and his dad and his
That's
dad.
so. Sometimes I go through that as well. I'll just put in
Yeah.
the person's name
nice.
into Spotify and
Yeah.
then just listen to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I knew that already.
Yeah,
You talk-
yeah.
Or they'll say it in the same way, like
Yeah,
the story.
exactly.
You're like, oh, here we go. Yeah.
So strange.
Who was the last person you did that with?
Steph Tolev.
Oh,
nice.
I
Yeah.
can see that for you.
It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would be hilarious and so entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like she is, it's just so fun. It was actually this time last year when I was working in that beauty like boxing factory
Oh, right.
place, who I met the guy who's the producer of the
Yeah.
show that you're working on
Yes.
now. Putting lipsticks in boxes for 8 hours a day, and I was
If
just
you
listening to
didn't
Steph
do
Tolev.
that, I probably wouldn't have had the chance to host that reality show.
That's
Isn't that weird?
Oh. Is that true?
Well, he found our podcast through you.
Yes,
And then was like, oh, I think this person would be good for hosting this reality
Whoa.
show. So if you never took on that job, I wouldn't have had
that's
that.
insane. I
right?
love it. I love it
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
just some random ass job in a little weird place, not a
Yeah.
factory, a warehouse. Me packing boxes, and then you got to. I love
That's
it.
crazy.
Crazy. Butterfly effect.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Oh, that's so
class.
fun.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
so
that when
fun.
you look at those things like so like mundane, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh well, if that little thing
Yeah.
Exactly.
didn't happen, then all this other stuff wouldn't
Yeah.
happen. Yeah,
So
Think
fun.
about that with meeting my boyfriend all the time.
Yeah.
Because truly, if we just had left the bar a little bit later, or we hadn't stopped to help that girl who was like sick on the side of the road, or like there's so many things that needed to happen for us to meet in that one moment that it's like crazy. It's just some random man off the street. Now he's
Yeah.
in my house.
Yeah. Now you've been together, what, 7 years now?
Yeah, we just
I was
celebrated.
going to say, wasn't it just your
yeah.
anniversary?
Yeah, we just celebrated our 7-year anniversary, but I was very sick during
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And so I woke up one morning and I saw he had written on our whiteboard like happy anniversary, and I like
Cute.
called him in a panic being
Oh,
like,
no.
it's our anniversary. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I just totally forgot. And he's like, you forgot it was our anniversary? But I was just sleeping for 3 days
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
And I was like, this is a real role reversal.
Yeah.
Mm.
Would usually be me getting mad at you.
Did he draw you something?
Just like hearts. Our anniversary was like going to Mexico.
yeah. That's a pretty good.
Just hearts is so funny.
Was the food class in Mexico?
The food at the resort was really good. The food
Yeah?
at the resort was really good. And there were so many like different restaurants to choose from. I just kept being shocked that everything is included. Like I was like, surely the buffet is free, but then all the restaurants must be an additional cost. But no, but all the seafood was
Wow.
so good. All the seafood dishes.
Yum.
I had like a tuna empanada.
Oh.
So good. And they deep fried it
Ooh, yum.
with a squeeze of lime.
Come on.
So good. So good.
What was the best cocktail?
Oh, I was drinking a lot.
Nice.
And all that was free too?
All of it was free, except for the premium cocktails.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Why do you need a premium cocktail
I
if
don't
it's
know.
not free?
The thing that I kept getting was the margarita con chiles.
Oh, is that like a spicy marg?
which means with chilies.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And okay, I learned how to say, "Can I have a margarita with chilies, please?" Should I try?
Yeah.
Please, please, please.
Okay. Puedo tomar.
Whoa.
un margarita con chiles, por favor.
Great accent.
Señorita.
Really good accent.
The languages like Farsi and Spanish, like this, there's a lot of similar sounds. So we would go to a restaurant and they had my they obviously had my legal last name because of like scanning my passport and stuff. So they would be like, "Hi, Miss Bayamarami." Like they would just say it without hesitation. And Tom was always just like, "What? Like how are they doing that?" But I think like there's just similar sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
Really
nice
good.
because people here can't even say Mordor. So
No.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't. Or they don't want to.
Yeah.
I think they want to say Mordor.
yeah, I think that's it, which is fair. But yeah,
Is it?
Well, I can't even get freaking Zach and Lucas. So.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Please tell this, or do you not?
Yeah,
want
I'll
to?
tell it.
Okay.
I'll tell it.
I'll tell it. It's
Puts
a
her
funny
coffee cup
story.
down.
Yeah, I'll tell it. So, I was hosting at the House of Comedy for this comedian, and his name is Lucas Selnick. He has like over 300,000 followers on Instagram. And I was so freaked about getting his surname wrong that I was like looked up. But we were in the green room. He had introduced himself as Lucas. I'd looked at the website so many times. I knew in my heart his name was Lucas, but my brain thought it was Zach for some reason. So I was like in the green room looking up on his Instagram, looking up Zach, and I was like, that's weird because like I looked it up the other day and it was there. And then I went on the website and I was like, okay, there we go. Yeah, Zelnick. Wrote it on my thumb, and my brain just did not see his name. Then I was waiting side stage and they said like Lucas Zelnick over the speakers, and I also didn't register. And I went up and I was like, give it up, you're the headliner, Zach Zelnick. And then that happened, brought up Zauer, like a feature act, and he went on. I was hanging out with Lucas, he didn't mention anything. And then I went on stage.
Do you think he just maybe didn't hear you say that?
No, he did, because Zauer told me afterwards that they had said like, did you say Zach? And then I brought him up as Zach Zelnick. Then I was in the green room, and then the general manager came up. So nice, love Finn. And he came up and he was like, just to let you know, that's not his name. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, his name is Lucas. And I was like, overheated instantly. I was like, oh my god, it's so unprofessional. And then Zauer was like, it's fine, like he's making a joke about it right now. I honestly couldn't even hear my hearing. I was just so panicked.
That like
yeah, just I was so sweaty. And then I brought him up at the end. Then I was, give it up for Lucas, and I was like, not Zach. I was like, yeah, I can do names like Aoife and Killian, but Zach and Lucas, don't know. And the audience did like that, and he was really cool about it. He didn't give a shit. And then he did say to me then yesterday, I kept calling him Zach messing in the green room, and he was like, you did call me Zach before you went on stage, but I just he was like, I just thought I misheard it, because I was like, surely she knows the headliner's name when she's hosting.
Okay, to be fair, Zach Zelnick,
Great name.
Zach Zelnick, fantastic.
sounds
You should change it.
Zach Zelnick sounds way better than Lucas Zelnick. Zach Zelnick, ZZ.
Yeah,
ZZ.
And Zauer was on Zauer,
Zach Zelnick.
Zamey, you
Yeah.
know, where's the Z's? And I just, completely messed it up.
That's my favorite thing that's happened in a long time.
Honestly, like in the moment, I was like, so like, I am the
Yeah,
worst
of
comedian in the world.
course.
And then afterwards, I was like, that was pretty funny. Because everyone was fine about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling Dan yesterday, and he was like, oh my God, that's my nightmare. But it's never happened to me. I was like, okay, thank you.
When I opened for Jeffrey Asmus, I had a Jeffrey Epstein joke,
Oh.
and I came off stage, and Rachel was like, I was so sure that you were going to introduce him as Jeffrey Epstein, because my Jeffrey Epstein joke was like right before I brought him up, and I was
imagine.
like, thank Christ that you didn't say that to me before, because like I would have gotten in my head.
Imagine.
That's the most nerve-wracking part about like opening for someone and then having to bring them up,
Yeah.
because you're doing like
Yeah.
all of this material where you're like, I want to impress them.
Exactly.
So you're not thinking about their name.
Yeah.
And then you get to their name and you're like, oh my God, and then all their credits. And
Yeah.
then,
I always
losing
write
my
it on my
mind.
notebook, and like whatever their credit is, or like on my phone if I bring my phone or whatever.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
smart.
And do their full name sometimes.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was like, we were chatting away, and then I was like, okay, I'll just write Zelnick on my, because then my brain just went into complete like, and I couldn't remember it. And even though I'd said it to myself, I'd say 100 times,
Yeah.
I was writing Zelnick on my thumb, and he was like, you're writing my name on your thumb again? And I was like, yeah, just the surname though. And he was like, you should probably do the first name too. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I wrote that as well.
And when I saw the name on your thumb, I was like, "Aw."
So funny.
And then another silly thing that happened to me yesterday. My friend asked for photos and a picture of the Peruvian guy that I was seeing in Barcelona, and instead of sending them to her, I sent them to him. Yeah, sent them straight to him.
You're like, look how good you look in these photos.
Yeah, I panicked though and deleted them straight away.
That's way worse, Amy. You've incriminated yourself further by doing that.
But then I was just like, it was just like from past like things being like, and then as when I like just kind of sat with it for a second, I was like, he's not gonna care. Like, he's a very cool, chill guy. Like, and I just like voice noted him and explained exactly what had happened. I was like, Kyle asked for a video and a picture of you, and that's what I sent it to her. And
What did he say?
He was like, oh, don't worry about it. He was like, and then he actually told me, he was just like, that yesterday he sent a screenshot of a conversation he was having with his boss to his friend. Sorry. He meant to send it to his friend. He sent it to his boss.
I've
Screenshot
done
of the boss. Yeah, and then delete that. And he was like, mine was way worse than yours. And
that's
also
way
like, he was like, you can send whatever you want of me. I was like, yeah,
I've done that when I've been fighting with a friend, like screenshotted the text and then sent it. Yeah. And this was before you could unsend things.
Niki.
I know.
What happened?
I was like, I had to save it. So I went, I just want you to look at how ridiculous you're being right now. I want you to read it and look at how ridiculous you're being right now.
wow.
That is so cold, but such a brilliant save.
so good.
What did they say?
I can't remember. I'm sure they knew.
I don't know. If that happened to me, I don't think I would know.
That's so
I think
good.
I would just
I
be
think
like,
if it
this
happens
person
to
is
you-
being so mean. But I definitely, like, you wouldn't have to be embarrassed.
I think if it does happen to you, you should know that person probably screenshotted it to send to someone else.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Like, maybe you should take a moment and look at what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because if they're screenshotting and sending, you're probably being ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's really uncomfortable. I used to be the social media manager for like a cleaning company. And I had to like schedule posts in at the beginning of the week to like make a post every day to like increase our SEO or whatever nonsense. And I obviously didn't care at all. I was so checked out. So some of the stuff that I would post would be like memes or also like screenshots accidentally. Like my boss would frequently have to be like, Niki, you need to double check these posts. One time I reshared a meme that was like a photo, and this is maybe a bit misogynistic, but it was like a photo of a woman and she has a bunch of hot dogs flying at her face. And then the top just read, when she says she gets her weed for free. And I shared that onto our company Facebook page.
That's so funny.
So
And you
bad.
didn't get fired.
I didn't get fired. We had a really weird relationship. He called me a little bitch one time.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
That's
said
not
I
great.
used to be so happy and I used to be smiling all the time, and now I'm just a little bitch.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. We
Yeah.
love
Because she
that.
stopped sucking his dick.
Yeah. To be fair, I was pretty bitchy about it.
That's such a funny meme to share.
Yeah.
A cleaning company.
Yeah. My friend still sends me the meme annually. He will like, we do not talk regularly anymore, and annually he resends me that meme.
That's so funny.
I love a friendship like that.
Yeah.
It's just like something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's so good.
It's so funny.
Will we do out of the box?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I actually am gonna.
You
find
gonna
it.
rap
Oh yeah, go
out
ahead.
of the box?
Oh man.
Do it in Spanish.
Ooh,
Oh
rap
my
in
god.
Spanish.
Maybe I won't rap, but maybe I'll just do a song.
Okay.
Um,
So serious.
oh, the weather outside is humid, and today we are. No.
It's
No.
It's New Year's. Remember?
That's okay.
Oh yeah, it's New Year's. What's a New Year's song?
When should old acquaintance be?
That's New Year's?
That's the Old Lang Syne. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you sing at the midnight.
Oh, I'm not from here.
That's fair. Hey, nice. I like it. Yeah, sure. It's not your New Year anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
There you
you're
go.
gonna
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I thought figgy pudding was just like a fun phrase.
I think.
I mean, it's like
I think it's probably Yeah, Christmas cake kind of. We do like Christmas cake. It's full of like raisins and like cherries.
Is
and
it good?
stuff. I mean, I like it, but I think it's more out of like nostalgia, and,
Right.
you know. And then we put marzipan on it sometimes.
love
But we have
marzipan.
we have Christmas puddings, and then we have like Christmas cake, which honestly I don't know what the difference is, except the fact there's marzipan and icing on the Christmas cake. My sister was making
What's
all
the
the
pudding?
puddings. Do you like a pudding and then you light it on fire? One of those ones.
I don't know.
Did you ever see them?
No.
Ooh, kind of like a flan.
No, it's
Flambe?
like
Is that what you mean?
very dense.
I don't know what I mean.
Okay.
It's I know what you're like.
I haven't had any caffeine today, and I think I've slept over the last 2 days a total of like 4 hours.
You legend.
There's caffeine in there.
Bit of a bad girl.
There's caffeine in there.
I know. I'm just scared if I keep moving, it's gonna fuck up the audio.
Oh, yeah.
And I care about you, listener.
Yeah.
I care about you.
Listener one.
The one guy.
That guy who comes.
No.
Okay.
That's okay.
Are we
Thanks,
ready
Jordan.
for the question?
We're ready for the question.
It's my favorite.
So this is out of the box.
This is out of the box where we take listener things and read them to you. This is my favorite question of all time. Okay?
Wow, of all time.
Literally of all time. I love
I'm
it so
excited.
much.
And I swear to God, if it's another piece of advice about whether or not someone should give them their number, I'm gonna leave this podcast.
No, it's a genuine question. And my preface for this is I already know what the answer is, but let's take a moment to think. Okay. Okay. Who would win in a fight to death between you all? None of you have arms in this scenario.
So it's all leg strength?
It's and like torso and head, whatever you
Biting
want.
and stuff?
Yeah.
No arms.
I know what the answer is.
Did we have
I've been
a
thinking about this for some time.
Did we have a name on this person?
No, but I thought I knew who it was, and it's not that person.
And you asked them?
Yeah.
And they said, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. And then I told them what the question was, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that would be me."
That's hilarious.
Do
Max-
we have
Max Fake Jeffy.
weapons?
Huh?
That's who I thought it was.
You thought it was Max?
Yeah, yeah. No, you just have your body,
Just our bodies.
But no
With
arms.
no arms. With no arms.
and it's a fight to the death. That's also really important.
Fight to the
consider.
death.
It is such an easy answer.
I think
an
it's
easy answer.
I think it's me.
Yeah, I think it's you too, maybe.
Yeah.
But you have like leg strength.
I think I have more.
I've seen those quads. Oh,
Who, me?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been doing Pilates, but no, I think the answer is Nikki.
Yeah?
I think
Wait,
it's
why?
easy, Nikki.
Jordan's not.
Because Nikki is scrappy and she will do whatever she needs to.
I think we're all scrappy.
No, but like I think you will you'll like you know, like I think it's Nikki easy.
okay. I appreciate that vote of
Yeah,
confidence.
and I feel like you'll like
slither because I'm armless.
I think you'll be like quick because you got the yoga too.
Aw, but I love you guys. I could never kill you guys.
No, but in this
Oh, if I
situation,
needed
feel like,
to, I could.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's Amy.
I have full confidence in myself in
Okay.
this. Yeah.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Because I mean,
Nobody says
also,
me.
Amy looks like she wants to.
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
yeah, I do.
But I
Because of
feel
that lack of confidence in me, absolutely, I'll
Wait,
smother
what? We
you.
all have to pick one person.
Yeah. You just wanted all of us to say you.
No, I just think that I would do it. I pick me.
I feel like within the context of it actually happening,
Yeah.
I think you would like be Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's very nice. That's
Like
very
I'm not saying that you want to kill us, but you have to in order to survive.
Uh-huh.
And I just think, yeah, I just feel like it's you.
Yeah, maybe. I'm also really open to not being alive. So I think maybe I could be like...
Actually, maybe the question is who's more suicidal?
Well, my anniversary's coming up, so wasn't too long ago.
Okay, well...
Who do you think?
I don't know. I was just picking between you guys. I
Yeah.
sort of took myself out of it because I was just thinking like logistically, how would it happen? And honestly, when I picture it, it's really scary. I'm picturing us as like literal worms, and we're in this big pit of dirt, and it's really dark. And it's storming, and there's some man on the side with a whip, and he keeps cracking it.
Okay, that's so much scarier than what I had in my head.
What did you have in your head of us killing each other?
Much more simple, a lot less dirt. It was just
very
like
clean,
more,
actually.
but yeah. And I was doing it with my thighs.
You're killing with your thighs?
Yeah, like a
cracking our
smothering.
heads?
You're smothering.
Yeah,
Are your thighs big enough?
yeah. I've done yoga since I was 15.
I could see
I
you
can
like cracking
do
them,
it.
cracking the
Yeah,
heads.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I could see that for you as well.
I don't I just don't think I would.
I could see.
Yeah, but that's not the question.
No, but I just mean I feel like I would just like
get scared.
Yeah,
but if you had to,
I think I would just get. But I think I would just get too scared. Like if you're coming at me
with no arms,
if you're coming at me with no arms, but like intensity in your eye, I would go into flight.
That's fair. I did kickboxing as well, so I would roundhouse kick you, and then I would smother you. If it was like, I had to.
As you come to roundhouse kick me, I'm gonna bite your leg.
This is the thing. That's what I bite your leg. Because she's a little like.
You know, a little dog?
Yeah.
A little angry dog?
Yeah, you're a little angry dog. And that's why because nobody's going to suspect it. But then in the end, it's just you. Your mouth is covered in blood. There's just bits of us everywhere.
I can see it. I can see that. I can see it.
You know what I mean? You have more intensity, but you have more just like fervor in the end.
In the end. Let's just see what happens. Let's tie our arms behind our back.
Yeah, let's do it. Although
God.
maybe actually in the end I survive because you guys kill each other and I'm just in the corner.
Oh.
So maybe
No, I'd kill the weakest first.
But I'm not necessarily the weakest. I'm quite strong now, actually.
No, I know you're strong,
Thank you.
but someone has to be the weakest.
That's true. That's true. I think I am actually like very like shifting out of this death conversation. The Pilates. Have you guys been doing Pilates?
Yes.
No, but I would
Dude,
really like to.
You would love it.
Where are you guys doing your Pilates?
I'm going to Form in Yaletown, but with ClassPass.
Okay, and where are you doing your
I
Pilates?
do them with my online app thing, and then just random class.
Sometimes if a like exercise instructor is being weird, I will literally turn and look at give them a dirty look.
Yeah,
What are you doing right now?
It's so bad.
This is my time and you're ruining it.
Truly.
It's truly the worst when you're in an exercise class and the instructor is a pain in the hole because you're like, oh, I'm locked in for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm trying to relax and I hate you.
Yeah, I came here to unwind and do something for myself, and now I just hate you.
Yeah. Oh my
The
God.
worst.
So it's nice when you find ones that you're like, okay, this is good. The one I just found recently, I'm going again tomorrow, the Soul and Space yoga, and the woman is like very cool German lady, and it's just like, oh, if you can do this, very relaxed but not, and I'm like, everything's amazing.
Yeah.
Shut up in
Seriously.
your freaking Lululemon.
But then I'm also like, what do you know that I don't know about happiness? Because I would like to feel that way. You know, like sometimes I get into yoga and like the instructors are just like, they just seem so happy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want that. I want what you got going on.
Maybe they're just acting now.
But
yeah.
I think that some of them, like, I feel like I can tell, okay, this is an authentic happiness, and then sometimes it's like, I'm just a perfect and I'm like, you're full of shit.
I think I have a hard time differentiating between that, which maybe actually causes me to be more sad because I'm like, oh, well, everyone's happy and I'm not. Do you know what I mean?
No, so many people are miserable.
I know. And they're just like really good at hiding it.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was, it was interesting. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling her that I was feeling anxious about something, and she was like, and she has like a normal life and like normal people in her life. She's not a comedian, is what I'm saying.
I was like, wait, where's this going? I was like, she doesn't have mental illness. What's this?
No, she has mental illness, but she was like, nobody else in my life says when they're feeling anxious. She was like, literally nobody else in my life will say, hey, I'm feeling anxious about this thing. And she was like, so it made me feel like I was the only one who was feeling anxious all the time. And I'm like, I wonder if everyone feels that way.
Yeah, we are a very vocal bunch about how we're feeling.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I think.
It is nice. Yeah. And I think it's important to be honest, about being how you're feeling. Because otherwise, you think that everyone's like having a great time.
Yeah.
And also when you're looking at, social media and stuff all the time, you're like, everyone's having a great time. I was like, no.
Social media is one thing that I feel like I can see through a little bit better, But when someone in front of my face is like smiling and like so happy, and actually TikTok is one that I'm like, I am so sick of these people posting these things with their boyfriends of being like, this man is the best man in the world and our relationship is so amazing and so wonderful and we are the best and he did this
Sounds
for me.
like you're
and
about
that
to
for
start
me.
doing a song.
It kind of felt like
Yeah.
and then they break up and they're like, he was abusing me for
Yes.
months, and I'm like, why were you posting it? You messed up my brain. Okay, I don't care about
Your breakup is about me.
well,
Your abusive relationship is about me.
well, when you're posting it
Yeah.
for the consumption of everybody else,
Yeah.
you've made it also about your
That's
audience.
true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Someone we know's mom just found out that their dad had been cheating on their mom, and the mom found out through like a STI sort of situation.
No.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys after.
Okay.
No.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
So she got an STI
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
that's how she found out the dad was
That's madness.
Yeah. And I was like, are you excited to go home for Christmas? She's
Oh,
like,
no.
kind of, because because there's like spicy drama happening. And I was like, oh. And then she's like, and I finally won't be the focus on Christmas, which I was like,
That is
honestly
nice.
fair.
Yeah, that's
That's
nice.
so fun. I love that. That's
I
such a
know.
good way to see the positive in a
know.
very bad situation.
I know.
Wow.
I was like, get it, girl.
Wow, that's crazy.
This isn't the just when you said STD, it's not actually STD, but I have these like skin tags. This is so gross, but skin tags on my thighs, which are because my thighs are too close and then they rub together and whatever, you get skin tags. And I've been putting off like going to the doctor. Anyway, I go in and I tell him, and
Your
then
thighs aren't too close together. Your thighs are just close together.
thank you for that. I actually appreciate that a lot. Thank you. I used to obsess over wanting a thigh gap.
I know.
Yeah.
So toxic. Do you remember that thigh gap?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Disgusting.
Like my best friend, who I'm going to be her bridesmaid. Yeah. So excited. In 2 years, but still, she is built like she's like so much taller than me since like forever, and like she's so slim, like and has a thigh gap. So I was like always like beside her, being like, "What is going on over here?" She's like up there, and I'm like down there. I'm like, "Fuck, why are my thighs so close?" Anyway, so I went into the doctor, and I was like, "Yeah, but these things, the freaking tags," and then he was like, "Oh yeah, so we just like freeze them off like we would with like a thing." And I was like, "Oh right." He was like, "Do you want to do it now?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then when he left and I took my pants off, I realized I was wearing possibly the worst knickers in the world, and I was like getting so panicked about this.
Wait, why?
Yeah,
Are they, like,
what were
Sorry,
they?
yeah, I was just like didn't describe. I was
unclean or
like
There's
I-
shit stains everywhere.
I think they're like maybe 10 years old, and like the elastic is just about to go, and like they're like the period ones, like there's like
Oh,
period stains, but it
yeah.
looks like shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. And also like my bikini line not great, and I'm like panicking, and I'm
Was
like,
this Dr. Hot?
no, I was just like panicked, and I was like sitting there, I was like, he's seen a lot worse.
Oh, was this Dr. Hot?
Yeah.
Like, I thought you meant, is his name Dr. Hot? Like, paging Dr. Hot?
Was this Dr. Hot?
Yeah, I was like, wait, I didn't hear about Dr. Hot.
What do you think about Dr. Hot? Do you like his practice?
Unconventional methods. But he gets us there.
Oh man, but no, he was fine. Like it wasn't like I was attracted to him, but I was just like panic stations, and I was like, Amy, he's seen so much worse than like period
Yeah.
knickers and like a few hairs outside your bikini line, so it
Totally.
was fine, and he freezed it. But you know they usually do it with a gun.
I didn't know that. No.
Oh, have you never had verrucas or warts?
No.
You lucky people. I just have so many.
Veruca
gun?
sounds fun though.
With it, so it's like the nitrogen gun, and then they like zap your wart or whatever.
Ooh.
But he was like, oh, we don't have, well, it's not working. So he came in and he has like this cup filled with nitrogen and like
Holy-
swabs.
Holy.
So he's like, we just have to do it the old fashioned way. So he's like,
Did it hurt?
not really. It was okay. I'm pretty
tough
tough.
gal like you.
Now
Now their thighs are ready for crack.
Exactly.
Cracking skulls.
Yeah.
There's no tags. No, it was fine. But yeah, it was grand. It was absolutely grand. But oh my god, I was like full on overheating, and I was like, it's fine. It's just some period stain knickers.
I get that way even like before a wax. And that's why I really like how like I will pay an extra $30 to go to Foxy Box because it has that sign that's like never apologize if you haven't got a wax recently.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's really
Also, they have
nice.
TVs on the wall.
They do.
But they always want to talk to me, so I could never watch TV anyway.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
One day I was just like, I just kind of said it in a nice way, being like, I'm just not feeling really social, so I just watched The
that's
Office.
nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
What,
That's smart.
what is that? Setting a boundary or? I'm gonna give that a try.
Wait, can we tell the wallpaper story?
Yeah,
you
I
know
told her
already,
that.
but,
Yeah,
like,
the
for the
wallpaper.
people.
Yeah, for the people.
So funny.
Oh yeah.
So stupid.
Do you wanna tell it?
Okay. So Amy was telling me about how her new Peruvian
Friend. Well, he's a friend now. We're not doing long distance.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Her. Wait, no, you have to tell it.
Okay.
It's your story.
I just feel like I've been talking so much.
Oh no,
so,
we like
okay.
you talking.
Okay.
We like you talk.
But like to talk. Okay, so I was telling Danielle how this guy has, and shout out to him, he's great.
Just friends.
Just a friend who I love. But anyway, so I was like, oh, his wallpaper is a picture of him looking out onto this beautiful scenery, and it's his back. It's his back, and I said to him, "What the hell? Your wallpaper is your own back?" And he said, "Well, if you worked as much on my back as wait, what? If you did as much work for your back, you'd have it as your wallpaper too." And I told Danielle the story, and she was just like, "That's weird." And I was like, "Yeah, but whatever." And then what did you say?
I was like,
Oh, yeah.
why don't you think this is like that weird?
Yeah.
Like that's so gross.
And you were like, "What? He just got customized wallpaper of his back?" And I was like, "No, it's the wallpaper on his phone."
And I thought it was on his
That's like serial killer level.
I love that.
yeah.
Imagine.
So dumb.
I can't remember if I told him or not yet, but yeah, it's so funny.
Imagine you go to a guy's house and his wallpapers are just photos of him.
Exactly. That's why I was like, why is she so chill about this? That's psychotic.
I would be looking for an escape plan immediately.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I forgot I have a meeting early in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta go. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah,
So funny.
that you'd have to make a quick escape. His whole wallpaper is his own back.
Yeah.
Or just like different shots of himself,
Like a scrapbook.
of just him.
I love miscommunications
Yeah,
like
it's the
that, like
best.
silly ones like that. So funny.
The beach guy sent me a picture of this
Oh,
drawing.
yeah.
And it was like a drawing of him as like Mr. Bell as like a barista or something, and he sent me this, and I showed Amy, and I was like, "Oh, isn't this cute?" And she was like, "What the?" I'm like, "What?"
And there's a whole like speech bubble coming
there's
out.
like
it's
a
like
speech bubble.
character drawn and a speech bubble. And
Like
it's
one of his students drew it.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
But Amy thought that
he had drawn it and was like, "Look at this."
And I was looking at it, I was like, oh my.
And I was like, I thought it was.
he is bad at drawing.
I was like, I thought it was cute.
Like, his drawing is bad, his English is bad. I was like, I thought he was like supposed to be. I was like, what is going on here? I was like,
English is bad.
His students are ESL. Amy hates that.
it was great. I was just like, what? Why is he talking about himself in the third person? His words are all mixed up.
So funny.
The drawing is like a child did
I was
it.
like, why did he draw this of himself and then send it to you? So weird. And then she was like, no, it's a student. I was like,
He's like at home having like a self-care night.
Yeah.
A little drawing.
And then he was like, I'm gonna send this to this girl I have sex with occasionally. So funny.
oh, should we do hard for that?
Shall
yeah.
we?
Okay, you guys both looked at me.
I want to know what you're here for.
Okay, I need to stretch my leg.
Oh, you're like a little kitty.
Okay, so I am hard for. Okay, I got really obsessed with hot Cheetos, extra hot Cheetos, but then taking lime juice and putting lime juice on top of it. So I'm hard for hot Cheetos with lime juice, but I think what I'm really hard for is just like any sort of like chili base, like spicy thing with acid added to it, like with lemon or lime or something.
That's
like
such a good one.
Tahini with like a lime margarita, like a tahini rim with a lime margarita, or like, I don't know. That's all I could think of.
Have you
as
tried the
another example.
tahini on popcorn?
No, but you were telling me about
Yeah.
it.
Whoa.
I really like to. I just punched
yourself
myself.
in
You
the
did. Is it starting?
No. Yeah, it's so good. It's
Yeah,
really
I
good.
need to
Yeah,
try
Marilo had it, and yeah, it was
It's
savage.
the perfect combination. It's like salty, spicy,
Yeah.
tangy. Like it satisfies everything, and it makes you just want to keep eating.
That's so. When I was in Mexico,
I'm hungry
I had
now.
these
Me too.
peanuts that were like chili peanuts with lime.
Yes.
Yeah, did you have those?
Yeah, well, they're just from Safeway.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but they were so good.
So
yeah, the chili with
good.
lime. That is such a good hard for that. Well done.
Thank
Yum.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you,
What's your hard for that?
Oh,
What's your hard for that?
I really enjoyed that. You sounded like an old man.
Yeah, someone said that my accent is like clipped at the end of the sentences now. So now I'm
it?
like conscious of the clippedness. So I'm like, I'm just going to lean back into how I don't pronounce words
Wait,
properly.
what does that mean? Clipped at the end of it, like cut short?
I think that I'm like pronouncing the ends of my sentences like more clearer. But that's because that's because people can't understand me. But now I'm like, well, I don't want to sound like I'm not Irish, so now I'm just like, well, I'll just let loose. So that was
Good,
that.
let loose.
Thank
I
you.
enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Hard for that.
Hard for that. I am hard for Zach Woods. Do you know who that is?
No.
Zach Zelnick.
Zach Zelnick. Imagine Zach Woods. It's just
Zach
a man
Wood
I know.
sounds really familiar.
So you would know him because he's been a guest on the Rick Glassman podcast.
Okay.
So I'm sure you've.
Oh.
And he's like on the internet.
And he's an actor.
He's an actor. So
Yes, I know him.
yeah. So
He's
Zach,
on the internet. Now I have him.
you know the man from the
Oh,
internet.
he's on the internet.
The guy.
Oh, the World Wide Web.
Well, why didn't you say that earlier?
Is he in Veep or Parks and Rec, or he's on some comedy TV
He was
show?
on The Office the last couple of seasons. Gabe.
Yes. But
And then he was also on Silicon Valley.
There's something
But
else.
I like him from his work on the internet.
On the internet. I
He
wanna look
makes
him up.
these videos that are just so strange and unsettling, but so funny. And so I the last few days I've just been doing this deep dive into watching like every talk show appearance he's ever done, listening to every podcast episode that he's ever done, and he's just he's exactly like my perfect type of humor that I like to listen to.
I love when you find someone like
Yeah.
that.
And he's like attainably hot in the sense that he's not hot at
He's
all.
not hot, yeah.
Like he's not even remotely
not,
hot. But because he's so funny to me, I am so attracted to him. And because he's not hot, I feel like I could actually get him.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really hard for him in a traditional sense.
Oh,
He's
wow.
very tall,
Yeah.
though. He's
So
very
tall.
Yeah.
But his episode with Rick Glassman
Yeah.
is one of the best things I've ever. I've
Oh.
listened to it 3 times.
Wow.
I thought it was
So
it was one of
good.
my least favorite episodes.
Oh.
Only because I felt like they didn't really have a banter.
No, they had such a banter and like commented on how amazing their banter was. Are you thinking of the right episode?
Yeah, I just didn't think it was. I personally just didn't think it was as beat boppy as other
What?
episodes that I really like with Rick. Like I like when Rick really like gets into different characters and stuff.
But they were the whole time like da ba da da da, and they were like, "I love you so much," and I love you so much.
I support how much you love it.
Yeah.
and I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
But I didn't feel.
And
that
that's
way.
fair because we're allowed to have different opinions and still be friends. But that's wild to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Zach just. Well, he's not a stand-up comedian.
No, but he's so riffy. Riff City, baby.
Maybe.
What am I hard for? Pistachio croissants
Yeah.
for sure. Oh my god, I still have to try and find one in this godforsaken city. But a woman did tell me somewhere I
Right
can
there.
find them. Right there, they actually have them.
yeah.
Are they like $10 million?
Probably. Yeah.
Got the two for $4 in Barcelona.
You're joking.
No,
Oh my.
the place
God.
is so much cheaper, and people think that Barcelona is expensive.
Wow.
I was like, God damn it. Yeah, I got Luis introduced me to them, and like maybe the first week I was there, and I ate so many pistachio croissants. Also, it would make me kind of late to places because I'd be walking, and then every bakery I saw, I'd be like, "Hey, pistachio croissants is there?" And they didn't. That's what I do on my own.
Oh, was that you going into the store?
That
to
was me
see?
going
Okay.
into the store.
Did
going,
you say, do you have any pistachio croissants today?
in my head?
Okay.
No,
I
in there.
thought-
In
But
there.
that's what that was.
No, do you have any pistachio croissants in there? Is what
Oh,
I
in
said.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, it sounded like your best impression of Scooby Doo.
Scrappy! Scrappy! That was bad. Sorry. I should have left it at the first one.
I have questions about the pistachio croissant.
Okay, baby.
The filling.
Yeah.
Is it like a custard or like an icing? Like what's the
That's a
texture?
great question.
Texture is like, yeah, kind of custard texture.
Okay.
And then it's green. And it's, but it's like kind of Nutella vibes.
I was
of
gonna say,
the taste and that texture.
is it like that pistachio? Is it just pistachio spread?
It's not just a spread. It felt like more more
creamy?
creamier.
Oh.
Yeah, creamier than the pistachio. And yeah, and then sometimes it would have stuff on top too.
And how much was it full of the stuff?
A good one was like, oh my god, I'm actually getting horny for this.
That's the segment.
It was like good ones were like mostly full.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of gross.
Yeah,
Wow.
full of the green stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it messy to eat?
A little bit, but it was
I'm getting
fine.
horny.
Oh man, it's so good. Oh, and I went.
want
There was
one
like
so bad.
this place right beside his house where I had my first one, and then one day I was leaving in the morning. I was like, I'm gonna get a pistachio croissant. And no, I was about 12, and I went in. They were like, oh, they're all gone. I was like, God damn it. And then the last day that I went in, I was staying at his house. I went in the day before, and I was like, can you hold me pistachio croissants for tomorrow? And they did. They put my name on it and put a sign.
That's so nice.
Wow, that's so nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah.
they
Built
have-
a little friendship.
Did they have any other fun flavors?
I honestly didn't try them. There was
Wow.
other stuff, but I
You got
was like,
pistachio and then you're done.
I just kept being like, should I try? Nah, again. I was like, I'm only have a finite amount of time. I'll come back. I'll try the other ones, but
Yeah.
right now, pistachio is my focus.
Wow.
I swear to God, I'd wake up thinking about them and go to sleep thinking about them.
Oh my
I'd walk down
God.
the street thinking of every single bakery I saw. I was like, I wonder, do they have one in there? And I'm obsessed. So
Sounds
yeah,
amazing.
hard for that.
I've never seen that before. It must be like a Spanish thing.
Maybe, yeah. They had a lot of pistachio flavored like cannolis, and
Pistachio.
yeah, one day I went and got a cannoli and a pistachio, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
as good as
It's not the same.
not as good as
You don't get that
croissant.
buttery, flaky
Yeah.
pastry.
Oh, yum.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's the end of the podcast.
It is the
Yeah.
end of the
Yeah.
podcast.
Fight to the death.
Yeah, let's fight to the death with no arms.
No arms.
Over a pistachio filled
Yeah.
croissant.
Well,
That
you'll
I
definitely
would.
win. You'll
definitely
definitely win.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just put in
Happy
some
New Year.
out of the box
Yeah,
suggestions and like, subscribe, send us to your friends, and love you lots. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.